guys go on? Start with Coach's opening statement. That was good.
Awesome. Just incredibly proud of our group. We have had a kind of up and down season, and I think a lot of that is our youth, but I think we grew up and we've been growing up all year. But I think today we really showed that, yeah, we may be young, but we are someone that can win this, and I kept telling them, you can't play on Sunday until you win on Friday, and that was just a goal. And let's not forget, a week ago, we went to Des Moines, and we probably had our worst showing. But our players kind of learned from that. They flushed it out of their system, and I think they just had something to prove, and these two were absolutely outstanding tonight.
Coach, you just mentioned the game a week ago. Can you just go more in depth as to what went in preparation for tonight?
I think it's just pride. I will say this, we did adjust a couple things defensively. There were subtle things, but we didn't have it at Drake, and they played phenomenal. I'm not taking anything away from them, but we were very lethargic. It was just not how you want to play 2 games before the conference tournament. Tell you that for free. But there's nothing we could do, and we had honest conversations after that game and just said, hey, how do we get better? We're probably going to see them in a week, and I knew this week we were in a really good space. I just the attention to detail, the competitive juices were going, and I think you saw that tonight.
What went into starting Grace tonight?
Yeah, we just switched it up a little bit, just a longer defender. With Abby, great guard. We know her so well. We just thought a little height, a little more athleticism would be good on her. But you know what? And these guys will tell you, it doesn't matter who starts. It's just how do we do our part? How do we do our role the best we can?
Coach, when you look at the last games against Drake, what does that say about the level of competition coming into the Missouri Valley Conference?
Well, I think if you look at what happened earlier today, it just goes to show how good of a league this is. We have really good players in our league, outstanding coaches. It's a league there's no gimme game. There's no, okay, we're just going to show up. But yeah, this is why I think we're the best major conference in the country. But I'm glad we were locked in and we did enough to get the win tonight.
For your guys' next game against Evansville, obviously you guys spoke a series, regular season series with them. How do you kind of not overlook that team coming into tomorrow?
I feel like every game is important, and no matter the record, we have to go in there and do exactly what we did tonight.
Yeah, on top of that, I think what Coach said, anybody in this league can win. They obviously proved themselves the last 2 days, so we just can't take anyone lightly. Even in the Drake game, there's a lot of highs and lows. We couldn't take them lightly, even though we were up by 10. So just any team, any moment.
And obviously with it kind of being win or go home, and you guys have as seniors just celebrated them a couple weeks ago, what's kind of been their leadership like coming into this tournament? Obviously for them, potentially, they're playing their last few games as Redbirds potentially, so their leadership kind of coming into this tournament and what they've done to really help you guys.
Yeah, I think our seniors have always been pretty good leaders, but for us younger kids, we're trying to do this for them. We have a lot of sophomores and freshmen that play, and we want to do this for them. We want to win for them. A lot of our teammates haven't even played here. This is our first game, or getting a lot of minutes. So just going off their energy and their competition, they want to win, so we want to win off that too.
And Taylor, coming off that most improved player award for this year, how do you I think I've probably asked something like this before with all the NBC awards you got during the regular season, but how do you not kind of let that get to your head coming into the tournament and kind of just playing your game one day at a time?
I feel like every game is important, and no matter the awards, you have to bring a game every night. Coach said, there's multiple good people in the league, and we have good people on our team as well. But I feel like we just can't take anything for granted.
Yeah, Coach, obviously, right off that question with Danila winning most improved, can you talk about the development you've seen from the end of last year through the offseason and then obviously now into the postseason of the season?
Yeah, I think, and this is the tough thing, and this is nothing to take away from Miss Nebe. I think the 2 young ladies sitting next to me are by far not even close to the most improved players in our league. But both of them, they're best friends. I think they played really critical moments for us last year, but they wanted a bigger role, and we really challenged them. They were in the gym. They wanted to get better, and that's why we're here. Yes, we have great senior leadership, but their play has really elevated us, and you know, when you have young women that want to be great and want to get in the gym and want to improve, good things happen. And I think these two are just two great examples of that.
Interesting, obviously, another 20-plus point game. You were really able to attack the basket right off the dribble. What did you notice from the Drake guards to be able to attack right off the dribble?
Yeah, I knew that they were trying to go under a lot of my screens, so just kind of holding off and recognizing what the post player was going to do, if they were going to go back to her, or if they were going to stay with me and I was going to dish it. So just reading the defense, to be honest.
And you guys had a really big crowd here for an away tournament. How does it make you guys feel emotionally to be able to bring that many people to an away tournament like this in the postseason?
I'll go and I just, yeah, that's part of why I think I have the best job. And I think it starts from our president to Dr. Bags, Leanna, like the commitment to Illinois, our program, Illinois State Athletics, our program in particular, and that just bleeds over into our community. Our players do an unbelievable job of getting into the community and building connections with our community. We want to be a program where young, old, everyone feels like they're welcome. Everyone feels like they have a stake in what we do. And we've worked really hard over the last 9 years to get that crowd going. But it's all these guys because people want to come to watch teams win and players win. So it's these guys that do it. But it means the world to us. I know our crowd will be bigger tomorrow. In the past, I told these guys, this is cool now. Wait till you see tomorrow. You think it's cool now if we get to Sunday, wait till you see it, because the red will just take over this arena.
And Coach Kimer had a good performance off the bench. Can you just touch on how key that is to have a player come off the bench and have a performance like that?
Guy was huge, you know, as a kid that, you know, we went with grace and there was no head down. It was, you know, we talk about, it's not always like points, it's plays. There was a play in the second quarter where they had a wide open fast break. We had a turnover and she just got her hand on it to steal. Like, it's little moments like that. Her defensive effort was outstanding. She had some critical baskets too, but you know, tomorrow it's going to be someone else. And that's the cool thing. Tomorrow, maybe it's Bella, maybe it's Grace. I know that we can count on everyone. It's nice where it doesn't fall on one of these guys' shoulders. It is a group effort.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.